Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
From the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandem. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home, from back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, weche, jollof, Ghana jollof. Oh my God, Ama jollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
people, I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8. Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success. Managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
The best radio show
all around the world. Broadcasting live online. In your car,
at work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
Are you ready to turn it up?
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
This is Starr Radio UK.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
So if you don't know now, you know who I am and who are you there. Wherever you are listening to me, I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the greatest program in the whole wide world, the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. Let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, who is out and about, and good morning to the money man, Mr. Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Service, our money man, who will be joining us during the course of the program. So in a jest, hey, good morning to you, the team. Good morning to my brother Felix, all the way in Aberdeen. Good morning, Mr. Frank Davis, KB Bosman, Vicky Newton, Mr. Lion Mikoiki, good morning to you there. Eben, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa, massive good morning. Niana Najo, Chief of Ashaman, good morning. Atakofi, good morning to you. A special good morning also goes all the way to Reverend Emmanuel Setchidi, man of God, good morning, and good morning to no other one. Delta Hammond, baby says, good morning, ma'am. This is Ryder Hammond, I salute you. Hebert, good morning to you all there. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Okay. So, let me say good morning to all the men of God on the platform. Yeah. Good morning to all of you listening to us via the Koiki Media platforms, Yoruba Nation platforms, or United States of Biafra platforms. Wherever you tune in this morning to listen to us, massive good morning. Dr. Martin, good morning to you. Good morning to my bishops. Yes. And to Dr. Tofe, good morning to you all. Once again, welcome to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, it is Friday, and what do we do on Fridays? Well, we make sure that your day or your weekend goes very, very well, and that's why we say your weekend starts from where?
The coolest way to start your weekend.
By listening to Starr Radio UK. That's the coolest way to start your weekend. All right, then. So, I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel updates. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as global trotting. Then after which we continue from thence. At exactly 11:45, the line will be activated for you to add your voice to the discussions. Meanwhile, the discussions continues. Hopefully, keeping fingers and everything crossed. If you have a money man joining us exactly at 12:30, we'll be having him on. If not, then 12:30 we'll bring the curtains down for the end of the program. If we have him, if we are blessed to have him, then we'll continue to 1 o'clock when we bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So, now, just that's what's going to happen. Do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, now let's go on. The quote for the day says what? Success is hard to achieve and it can be very frustrating, but in the end, it's worth it. You know, along the line, you want to even throw in the towel. You think, oh, this idea or whatever effort that I'm putting in, is it yielding any fruits at all? Wouldn't it? And when people are doubting, and then maybe initially it's not actually, you're not seeing any sprouting of whatever you sown, then you become very worried. But what? A word to a wise is always enough. Well, Starr Radio UK, let's move on. Now, the weather is hot, right? Yeah, okay. This afternoon will be largely sunny with just a few areas of cloud drifting in from the south at times. A very warm day, hot for some. And tonight will remain dry and settled with mostly clear skies. A warm night expected as well. Temperature 29 degrees. The lowest 15 degrees. Now, pollen level is going to be very high. UV level high, pollution low. Sunset 21. Sunrise for tomorrow morning 04 for the 3 hours. But for the weekend weather, let me tell you what is happening when it comes to the weather over the weekend for London and the southeastern part of England, where an amber warning has been flagged for Monday and Tuesday next week. Well, we're going to be going through the 30s like no man's business throughout. But for the weekend, let me tell you what is happening. Now, for London and southeastern part of England, tomorrow morning we'll see a band of cloud move in from the west, though it will remain dry in the afternoon. Cloud will break up to reveal spells of sunshine, a little less warm. Now, Sunday will be a fine and largely dry day with plenty of sunshine and just a few areas of cloud around. A small chance of an isolated shower expected as well. A very warm or hot day. Monday and Tuesday will become very hot with lots of sunshine. Okay, the temperatures for Saturday 27 degrees tops, lowest 17 degrees. Sunday 29 degrees tops, lowest 19 degrees. So in a gist, that's what is happening as per your weather forecast for today, Friday, and over the weekend. And you can share with us whatever is happening in your area, because those one was specifically for the London and southeastern part of England. All right. Okay. So now we can move on to the travel updates as well. Okay. My producer is saying that I should give a summary of what is happening across the UK. But well, it's going to be hot. Let me put it that way. But if you are venturing towards going to be swimming or jumping into rivers and lakes and stuff like that, be warned. Be very warned. All right then. Starr Radio UK. Okay, now moving on to the travels this morning, and what have I got for you? On the underground this morning, the Bakerloo line is experiencing minor delays on the entire line due to an earlier signal failure at Stonebridge Park. The district line is also experiencing severe delays between Elscourt and Wimbledon due to an earlier fire alert at Putney Bridge. London buses and South Western Railway are accepting valid tickets via any reasonable routes. Good service on all other routes. Now, on the Victoria line as well, minor delays due to a track fault at Brixton. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service. London Overground, good service. DLR, London Tramlink are all running a good service there. Now, let's move on straight to some of the other Okay, to the major roads in London. My apologies. So on the major roads in London, I can tell you assuredly, now A3 is experiencing serious delays. If you can avoid that, do your best to do so. That aside, all the others are running, have no exceptional delays. On the river bus this morning, the Woolwich Ferry is running, running a reduced service. That aside, all the others are running a good service. The landing cable car, good service as usual. They're bringing us to the final segment of the travel update. That is the national rail. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. That's keeping navigated. I promise, our bond. What have I got there for you? I went to West Coast, Cross Country, Northern Rail, Southwestern Railway, Southern are all offering special service. Also, Transpennine Express and Transport for Wales special service. That aside, all the others are running a good service. And that's how I will say it once again, as I normally will. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. We take a commercial break, we come back, and then I'll be taking you global trotting. That's what's happening here in the UK, right? All right then. So let's take a break, and I'll see you in a jiffy. Starr Radio UK.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you will be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
I am recording from the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandem. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 11:21, and it is your one and only Archie here, and it's a Friday edition of the morning show. Now we go global trotting. Now, what are the stories that has made the round this morning here in the UK? Kicking off from here, of course. Now, Benham says he will lay out new path for Britain as Starmer vows to fight in any leadership contest. Now, Labour's Andy Burnham won a significant majority at the Makerfield by-election, 55% of the vote, paving the way for him to challenge the Prime Minister. Now, Burnham says Labour has final chance to change after Makerfield by-election win. Some are calling it I'm going to tell you more about what some are calling. But in Scotland as well, Scottish Conservatives have won first Westminster by-election in more than 50 years. Oh boy. Okay. And UK top AI regulator quits after inappropriate humor. Okay. Now let's move on. Let's move on to other parts of the world. Looking at the stories making the rounds at 11:23. Kicking off from the U.S. front, and what have I got for you? The Vice President J.D. Vance say what? U.S. lifts naval blockade as Iran's supreme leader says Trump made deal out of desperation. Here we go. Now, Iran's supreme leader says he disagrees with the deal, and Donald Trump signed it out of desperation. In Trump's shadow, Vance becomes face of Iran deal. Let's see what is going to happen on that front. Okay. In other stories still making the rounds there. Let's come to the Latin American area as well. Suspected gang leader shot dead in flower bouquet ambush at airport. The gunmen concealed their weapons behind flowers and stuffed toys while waiting for the victim outside the Guayaquil airport. Well. So you can see people hugging or cuddling just to get a whole thing scenario out of their mind. Bolivia signs $20 million deal with US to fight drug trafficking, and Brazil convicts Jair Bolsonaro's son of pursuing US help in father's legal battle. Okay, well, we're telling you more from that. What help was he looking out for from there? We're going to be telling you more about all that as we go on. Cuba tourism collapses as U.S. pressure campaign bites. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to exactement 25 minutes past the top of the hour. We continue from there in Europe as well. Where have we got there for you? Moscow residents complain of black rain after largest Ukraine attacks hit oil refinery and a shopping center burned after almost 200 Ukrainian drones struck an area to the southeast of the Russian capital. Now, in other stories as well, Hexet renew NATO criticism and says US will review presence in Europe. And parents of Serbia teenage school shooter giving jail terms in retrial. Okay, so parents paying for the the behavior of their children or their wards. What do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Jury fails to reach verdict in Norwegian hitman trial. First Russian shadow fleet tanker enters channel since Simortos boarding. We're telling you more about all that as we go on. In Asia as well, what have we got there for you? Okay, in Asia as well. Now, do it at home too. Women tell Japanese fans who cleaned World Cup stadium. Now, some see a double standard. Japanese men who clean in public while their wives do all the housework. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't know that Japanese men were not handy. They didn't clean at home and do all stuff. Okay, Indian cash transfer boom gives relief to the poor but strains budget. Men jailed for spying for Chinese intelligence in UK. Those are some of the stories making the rounds there. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, in other US-Iran talks have been postponed as Vance pulls out of Switzerland trip. Lebanon, meanwhile, says 18 people were killed in clashes in the south, and IDF reports 4 soldiers killed despite the truce meant to be in place in the country. Okay, we're telling you more about that as well as it develops. Now, let's go to Africa. Shall I say the mother of the world, where everything started from? Well, that is the concept of some people. Whether that is true or not, that is another story for another day. But as we go on the African front, Ghana pushes for concrete slavery reparations. Ghana hosted a landmark global conference on Thursday, seeking to translate growing political support for slavery reparations into practical commitment. Now, if the perpetrators decide not to pay, yes, we've accepted responsibility, but we're not going to be paying for it. What will you do? Will you sanction them? Will you say we are not going to trade with them? What can we do? And that is a big question that I'm expecting answered. Starr Radio UK. Niger, search underway for attackers who killed 11 soldiers at Niamey Airport. And celebrations, okay. Former president joins Obama to open Presidential Museum in Chicago. There are some stories making the rounds there, coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now moving on straight to Niger. Let's move on straight there as well. And let me tell you what is happening there. And the federal government has approved New York, Dubai, Canada routes for United Nigerian Airlines. Kiamo has said it. Ekiti Governor Chepo David Mack Aregbasola lead ADC grand finale campaign, and federal government unveils framework for migration to new tax system. What would I be? Oil exports drive Nigeria's current account surplus to $4.98 billion. All right then, oil exports. Is it finished product? Or how has it all come about? You want to know more, you got to stay tuned. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. All right then. Now in Ghana as well, mine pit tragedy. Bosumi Freho Assembly orders owners arrests after woman and child dies. How did they die? 300 million Ghana cedis won't cut it. Buffer Stock CEO says Ghana needs 1.5 billion Ghana cedis to secure food reserves. Okay. And KAIPTC Deputy Commandant urges stronger evidence-based security. Those are some of the stories making the round. MPP should be careful with me. I'll spill the beans if they provoke me. How can you trust somebody like this? Well. That's Kennedy Japan there for NACOC partners. National House of Chiefs to combat rising drug abuse among Ghanaian youth. And the Attorney General meets U.S. Department of Justice over law enforcement cooperation. Now, court is Attorney General's want to meet permission to negotiate 30 million Exim Bank charges. Case adjourned to July 6th. Those are some of the stories making the rounds this morning. And it's all coming your way from where? Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we go on. Secret recording, missing cocaine. How notorious drug convict Tagore was acquitted. What's a great recording? And all that. The controversial matter, permanent residency, U.S. citizenship, and extradition. Well, would they release him? Will he be extradited? You want to know more? You got to stay tuned. Because this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. going to be bringing you more from there. Some updates coming in. Zimbabwe MPs passed bill to extend president's time in power. The proposal will extend Emerson Mnangagwa's term by 2 years and scrap direct presidential elections. All right then. You didn't understand. That is patois. All right then. We take a break, and once we come back, we'll continue with the show. This is Starr Radio, UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home, from back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, jollof, Ghana jollof. Oh my God, Ama jollof. Name the food. When you come to Ama to eat, Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Hey beautiful people, I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8. Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4489578.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactement 11:38, and it is a Friday edition of the morning show. As they say, we should have our money man, God willing, if he has the time, because he's quite a busy person, and if he has the time to be with us, then he's going to be with us exactly at 12:30. However, if not, then the program will be brought to a close at 12:30. However, we'll bring you a pre-recorded version of the Money Hour. Okay, but as we go on, it's now time for me to bring you the details of all the stories making the rounds. You can post your comments on the platforms that we are broadcasting on, and be rest assured of one thing, that I will acknowledge you. All right, then. Let me say good morning to Patricia Roxanne Hammond, who will be joining me sometime next week. The schedule was said that quite packed, but we'll do our best to see whether we can get her on next week before we introduce Health with Patricia on Starr Radio UK. What about that? All right, then. So it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. All right. Now, interestingly, yes, Andy Benham says he wants to lay out a new path for Britain after winning the Makerfield by-election. Speaking to supporters in his new constituency, Benham says Labour needs to make life affordable again. Now, earlier on, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, will stand. Earlier, Keir Starmer said he will stand in any Labour leadership contest, and then well, so we'll see. I'll be telling you more about whatever is going on. We all heard that there is a bit of Andy Benham vision, the pitch is likely to develop in the next few weeks in the leadership contest. If you are listening to, what do you think? Okay. Just bear with me. My producer is not here, so I needed to respond to some information there. Okay. All right. As I did say, we'll do our best to bring you a repeat broadcast of one of the discussions that we've had previously. So most likely what we had last week, we'll bring it to the fore. But let's move on. So that means we got a short time to put all that together and then come your way. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial at all. Now, so power was where it needs to be, in the hands of the people. Benham says he will work relentlessly to deliver on the change voters demanded. He says Westminster has for far too long looked past the needs of Makerfield, adding, well, no more that changes today. He says power was for the first time put where it should be, in the hands of the people here. They were the ones who had the power and they have used it. And they have told us that what they want, now we will deliver it. So what do they want? They want Andy Burnham. Okay, but do we want Andy Burnham as the Prime Minister of the country? Not as an MP of Makerfield, but as we've all heard, the Prime Minister is saying that he will fight for it. Fight. All right then. Now, a bit of a breakdown to the results. Labour and Cooperative they had 55%. That's Andy Burnham. That's 10% plus. And Reform UK, Rob Kenyon had 35%, 3% plus. Restore Britain, Rebecca Shepherd, 7%. They're a good one. Conservatives, Michael Winstanley, 2%. Greens, Sarah Wakefield, 0.7%. And Lib Dem, Jake Austin, 0.5%. The turnout was 59% there. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. So what do you think? Do you think Andy Burnham should wrestle power from Keir Starmer, the current Prime Minister? And what can he bring to the table? That's the question on the lips of most people. But because of our time, let's move on swiftly from there, because I promise you exactly at 12 o'clock, I'll be bringing you the discussions that we had with our money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri, last week. How to recoup some monies. I've got, you had, I'll get a topic once again, but don't you worry about it at all. Star Radio UK. Now, moving on to some other stories making the rounds across the globe. And what have I got for you? Now, the Vice President was supposed to be on his way to Switzerland. However, he said the US-Iran talks have been postponed as Vance pulls out of Switzerland trip. Why? A new round of direct talks between the US and Iran have been postponed after Vice President J.D. Vance delayed a planned trip to Switzerland. It has been said. Okay, so we'll be looking at claiming tax relief on job expenses, the discussions that we had last week with our money man. A repeat of that going to be coming your way. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. The White House announced late on Thursday that Vance will not be traveling to the talks and said the logistics had not been simple or predictable. It comes a day after the US dropped its naval blockade of Iran after the two countries signed a deal aimed at ending the conflict. Now, while the deal also said fighting should end in Lebanon, the country's health ministry said Israeli strikes had killed at least 18 people in the south overnight. Now, Israel's military said it had targeted the Iran-backed group Hezbollah and that 4 of its own soldiers had been killed as well. Hours before the White House issued a statement, Hezbollah-linked Lebanese media reported that the talks had been suspended due to an ongoing Israeli air strikes. Negotiators had been due to meet for what U.S. officials described as technical discussions on the next steps of the agreement signed earlier this week. But Washington said plans for the talks had not been finalized. It added that the U.S. looked forward to beginning technical talks as soon as possible. Now, Switzerland's foreign ministry later confirmed the talks of the Bergenstock mountaintop resort had been postponed, although it had said preparation for the talks were continuing. So when it's going to happen? Maybe sometime next week. But if that session by Hezbollah was right, that it was due to some strikes that is taking place in Lebanon, as at the time that the vice president was supposed to fly out of the U.S. to Switzerland, then what do you think? Because it has been one of the conditions that the Iranian authorities set out to actually agree the terms, the memorandum of understanding that was signed yesterday. All right. Now, in other stories as well, which I'll be bringing your way, U.S. naval The U.S. lifts naval blockade on as Iran's supreme leader says Trump made deal out of desperation. Was Trump desperate? Desperate for what? Is it the world economy that seems to be suffering and everything, inflation going up, which will indirectly impact interest rate? The U.S. has dropped its naval blockade on Iran. Now, the U.S. Central Command confirmed the end of the blockade on X in accordance with the president's direction and said some U.S. vessels will remain in the general area. Now, soon afterwards, Iran's supreme leader Mojtaba Khamenei said he had approved the deal with the U.S. despite having a different view without elaborating. He said he allowed it to go ahead after assurances from Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian that he will protect the rights of the Iranian nation. Now, Khamenei said President Donald Trump had, out of desperation, used all kinds of leverage to bring the deal about. The supreme leader said that while there would be in-person negotiations in the future between Tehran and Washington, this would not mean acceptance of the enemy's position. This is the first time Khamenei has responded to the agreement. He has not been seen in public since he took office in March, following the killing of his father and predecessor, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, in the 28th of February U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran that sparked the regional war. Trump did not directly respond to Khamenei's statement, but posted on Truth Social that he expects a ceasefire to take effect on all fronts, including between Israel and Iran, back Hezbollah in Lebanon, and that he expects countries in the Middle East to maintain their commitment to allowing our nation negotiations to take place. So, is it that they pulled out because of Israel's aggression in Lebanon? Is that why? Well, we're going to be telling you more about all that. My apologies there as we continue. Starr Radio UK, 11 minutes to the top of the hour. As I did say, let's go on. Now, Bolsonaro's son has also been convicted by Brazil. Brazil convicts Jair Bolsonaro's son of pursuing U.S. help in father's legal battle. The son of jailed former president of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, had been convicted by Brazil's highest court of pursuing U.S. intervention during his father's school trial last year. Eduardo Bolsonaro, 41, was charged last year with lobbying U.S. authorities to help the ex-president by imposing tariffs or sanctions on Brazil. A former congressman in Brazil, Eduardo, relocated to the U.S. in 2025 before his father, who governed the country from January 2019 to December 2022, was found guilty of plotting a military coup and given a 27-year sentence. Writing on social media on Tuesday, Eduardo called the conviction baseless and senseless, saying the justices wanted to stop him from running for election. He added that there was a lack of due process in the case against him, that he was never formally served and was only notified of the case through media reports. Brazil Supreme Court sentenced him in absentia to 4 years and 2 months in prison. The younger Bolsonaro previously said he was living in exile out of fear he will be arrested if he returned to Brazil. All right, then. Let's see. He goes on lobbying so that sanctions will be placed on your mother country. Okay? What do you expect? Somebody will say, what do you expect there? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, as we move on to some of the other stories making the rounds swiftly. Still in the Latin American area, something interesting in that happened. Now, a gang leader was shot dead in a flower bouquet ambush at airport. An Ecuadorian man who pleads accused of leading a faction of one of the country's most feared criminal gangs has been shot dead as he was leaving the airport in Ecuador's largest city, Guayaquil. The story had said. A security footage shows two young men waiting outside the arrival terminal holding stuffed toys and flowers before one of them approached the victim, pulls his gun from behind a teddy and shot him point blank. Now, police have detained 2 teenagers in connection with the crime. The latest is a widespread wave of gang violence. Now, the latest deadly shooting came just a day after Ecuador's president declared a fresh state of emergency in 10 provinces, including Guayas, where the attack unfolded. Well, that's going to be a scary one for all those who were standing around, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's touch on this. Now, not the children paying for the iniquities of their parents, but this time around, the parents paying for the iniquities of their children, even though the children are not ones who say underage. Okay. The parents of a boy who shot their 9 children and a security guard at a Serbian elementary school have been given jail term in a retrial in Belgrade. The boy was 13, so he was underage. My apologies. When he shot the 7 girls, a boy and school guard at the Vladislav Ribnike school in Belgrade in 2023. Another girl died later in hospital. The shooter was underage, under the age of criminal responsibility, and was placed in a psychiatric institution. But his parents, Vladimir Miljana Kesmonovich, were accused of neglect and abuse of a minor, while his father was also accused of serious offense against public safety. Now, Kesmonovich was sentenced to 14 years and 6 months in prison on Thursday. His wife received 2 years and 11 months. Both defense and prosecution have lodged appeals against the jail terms. Now, Zora Dropkikanin, a lawyer representing families of the victims, spoke of the trial as a long fight that will continue in the Court of Appeal. Mass gun attacks were extremely rare in Serbia, and school shootings unheard of when the Belgrade attack took place on the 3rd of May 2023. The boy had 2 handguns from his father's safe, put them in his backpack, and gone to school, opening fire in the hall and then a classroom. What exactly was going on in his coconut? Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, let me pick this one up. It's quite an interesting one. Japanese women are criticizing their males or the men for what? Now, for years, Japanese football fans have won praise for cleaning up stadiums after World Cup matches, but this time they're catching heat at home. When photos emerged this week of Japanese fans combing the stands with trash bags after a match, some saw a double standard. Men who clean after themselves in public while leaving the burden at home to their wives. A Japanese poster went viral soon after juxtaposing a man picking litter at the stadium with the same guy reclined on a sofa at home using his phone near a basket of laundry while his wife did the dishes. Men in Japan should pitch in more at home, as their time spent doing chores is among the shortest in the world, the poster text read. The post had already had been liked by 60 times on X. Now, everyone wants to save the world, but no one wants to help mom do the dishes. On X, an X user commented referencing a quote by America's actor PJ O'Rourke. There's probably a guy among these people picking up trash who has a young kid at home and left his wife to look after them to watch the World Cup, wrote under. Cleanliness and cleaning up after oneself in public places is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture. In terms of time spent doing housework, however, Japanese men rank the lowest among highly developed countries. According to Organizations of Economic Cooperation and Development data from 2021, Japanese women spend more than 3 hours per day on unpaid work, more than 5 times that of men who clock 47 minutes a day. So, What lessons are we going to learn from that? Quite an interesting one, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio, okay? Your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's touch on this couple of stories and then we'll go for a break and I'll bring you a brief version of what we discussed with the Money Man last week. Well, on the African from Zimbabwe. Okay, Zimbabwe's MPs has passed a bill to extend presidential time in power. Now, Zimbabwe's lower house of parliament has passed a bill to extend presidential term from 5 to 7 years, which will allow President Emmerson Mnangagwa to remain in power until 2030. Now, more than 200 lawmakers voted in favor of the draft legislation on Thursday, surpassing the vote threshold required for a two-thirds majority to amend the constitution. The bill also scrapped direct presidential elections with future president chosen by parliament. Mnangagwa, 83, took power in 2017 after ousting longtime ruler Robert Mugabe with the backing of the military and went on to win the disputed election in 2018 and 2023. The bill now heads to the Senate, where it is also expected to secure approval before being enacted by the president. Why wouldn't he enact it? Now, this is a culmination of a campaign by the ruling ZANU-PF party in power since independence in 1980 to amend the constitution and extend presidential terms, a plan that received cabinet backing in February. So if you are from Zimbabwe and you are listening to us or somewhere on the African front, what do you think about what has happened there? All right. Now, in Niger, 35 people have been killed after gunmen struck Nigeria's largest airport on Thursday, officials said, the second attack in less than 5 months. Residents in the predominantly Muslim country had just finished their morning prayers when explosions and gunshot sounds rang out from the Ori Amani International Airport, located in the capital, Niamey. Nigeria's defense ministry said the fatalities comprised 22 assailants, 11 soldiers and 2 civilians. On Thursday evening, Al-Qaeda affiliate Jama Nusrat al-Islam while Muslimin said it had carried out the attack. Nigeria had been fighting an Islamist insurgency for a decade. In January, an organization linked to the Islamic State group claimed responsibility for an attack on the same airport. The question is World War doing it or will Georgia do it? That's a question that I want you to answer wherever you are before we take a break and then bring you the Money Man this morning. What have I got there for you? Okay, it's quite an interesting one because there's one knackock story that I wanted to bring your way, but let's see which one I can pick out of that. Okay, let's pick this one. So, somebody who seems a bit unpredictable. I mean, should I say he takes the traits of Trump and will be a good leader? Where he says, look, if you don't do this, I'm going to be doing that. What do you think about him? That is Kennedy Japan there for you. Now he's saying, former Central Member of Parliament Kennedy Ohene Japan has declared that he will not be intimidated or silenced by criticism from within the New Patriotic Party amid renewed tensions over his public comments on governance and accountability. His remarks follows criticism from some party members after he accused the MPP administration of failing to complete and operationalize the Afari military hospital during its 8 years in government. Japan expressed disappointment over the state of the project, describing it as a missed opportunity to strengthen healthcare delivery in the country. According to him, the facility, which was intended to serve both military personnel and civilians, would have been fully operational by now, given the level of the investment made in it. He went on further to say his comments were motivated by bitterness, insisting that his concern stems from desires for national development rather than partisan consideration. The MPP says, I am bitter. I will not say anything to them. They think it is about what they did during the campaign. They can't shut me down. If Ghanaians want to know, they should ask them about Agenda 111, whether they were able to complete one. They sold the contract to other people and took 10%, he alleges. Now, this is a scathing remark. But somebody will say, well, they've already seen whatever, so what can happen from there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We're going to take a break, and then I'll be bringing you the Money Hour. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Starr, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you will be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
I am recording from the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandu. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dollar Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Hey, beautiful. Creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make Your Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the Make Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK. I think, let's see whether we can get our money man. Mr. Tabiri, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right then. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of JL Accountancy Services. Our money man this afternoon is going to be with you. I think next week we will try to see whether when it's free, you bring a live visual as well.
Yeah.
I think we'll be able to do that on that. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. It's been a while. I hope you are doing very well.
I am well by His grace. Yes.
Good. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services. So you see that advert that rolls every time. He is the man. All right, sir. What are we looking at today, sir?
All right. So as always, we try to do what we can, the best we can, to try and put money in people's pockets. Today, we want to look at how to claim tax relief on job expenses.
Okay.
Usually, we tend to think that only self-employed people who are able to claim expenses on that they incur in their jobs. Some expenses, even though you are employed, some expenses can be claimed as tax relief. And it's important that this afternoon we want to highlight some of these, go over them, because people do not know, people do not realize, and they are losing out money.
Okay.
And we want to go over some of these expenses that are, I think, may be claimable depending on the industry that you work in.
Now, interestingly, when I saw the topic for discussion, I listened to it quite, and I'm like, I think this is for only self-employed people, and then you can, but it looks like this is not. There are others who can also benefit from it. So, as you said, if you're working in a particular industry, that can be done for you. It's going to be educating you on how to get it. So let's kick off. First of all, what is this job expenses? Some of these job expenses and the tax relief that comes with it, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this afternoon we want to look at what counts as a claimable job expense.
Okay.
We would zoom in particularly to car and travel claims, where you're using your own vehicle for work. We're looking at things like subscriptions, overnight costs, and working from home. And then we'll look at also how to make a claim, and then what type of records that you need to keep and maintain.
Okay. Go on, sir.
Yeah, so the main test that HMRC uses to decide whether an expense qualifies for as a job expense job-related expense, is that the expenditure must be wholly, exclusively, and necessary or required to do your job. So when we say wholly, wholly means that only work, only for it's been incurred only for the work purposes, not partly and personal. So, for example, if you have bought, let's say you have bought fuel in your car, £50, and you've taken it to work. Well, 5 days a week you are working. Saturday and Sunday you are also driving the same car. So, can we say that the fuel that you put in your vehicle, you have used part of it for work, you have also used part of it for personal reasons, and therefore that will fail the wholly test. So, which means that if you bought fuel in your car, you cannot claim the cost of that fuel as expenses.
Just a quick one there. Now, so can I claim that the 5 days? Can I quantify the 5 days and claim that? Or because I used the car for dual purpose, so I can't claim it at all?
Correct. You can't claim it at all. But there's another way that HMRC compensates you, which you will come to, which is instead of you claiming for the receipts, like your petrol receipts and things like that, they instead give you what we call mileage allowance.
All right.
Yeah, so you can't claim that. It has to be, like we said, the purpose is work related, and it is necessary and required to do your job. Also, you must have paid it yourself, which means that your employer should not have reimbursed you for the cost. And then you also need to keep evidence to support the claim. So if you can tick off all of these, then you will be able to make a claim. Now, what are some of the things that you can commonly claim on? So, for example, using your own vehicle for business travel, any professional fees or subscriptions, things like uniforms and protective clothing, which will delve into details some more. Any tools or specialist equipment, if you work away from home, your overnight stay or travel, hotel and reasonable meal expenses. These are where remember your employer has not reimbursed you for. Also, working from home. If you work from home, sometimes you can claim some costs. Then we also have some industry flat rate allowances, which we will delve into later.
Okay. Wow, listeners, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station. In London, we have our money man who has joined us this afternoon, and this afternoon we are looking at how to claim some of the expenses that you're making. Tax relief on that. But he's trying to make sure that you know exactly which one you qualify to do so on. How to claim tax relief on job expenses. It's listening all up. But let me acknowledge Atakofi all the way in Ghana. I don't know whether in Ghana they do that as well. Atakofi, massive good afternoon to you and to the chief of Ashaman, where I'm an honorary citizen. Massive good afternoon to you all there. All right then, and to all of you who are listening to us on the various platforms, please feel free, post your comments. But the discussions that we are having at the moment is restricted to the UK. Restricted to the UK. Please to bear in mind that. Okay, Mr. Tabiri, let's go on, sir.
Yeah. So welcome, Atakofi. I'll say if Atakofi knows anybody in the UK, they should tell them to be listening to our radio UK.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. So now let's look at a typical one, a common one that most people would be affected is especially business travel. And when we say business travel, it does not include what we refer to as commuting. So commuting is your daily travel from your home to your regular place of work. So you cannot claim, if you are an employee, you cannot claim any expenses relating to your commuting. So commuting to your home or your regular place of work. So that does not include business travel. So business travel either includes like travel from your regular place of work to see other clients in different locations, or either traveling from your home to see these clients. That's what we refer to as business travel.
Okay.
And the HMRC has approved mileage payments. So for the first 10,000 miles that you do, you'll be paid. You are able to claim 55p per mile, and anything over and above the 10,000 miles, you are able to claim 25p per mile. So this is expected to cover your fuel, any servicing, insurance, wear and tear or repairs that you would make on your vehicle as a result of using your own car for business travel.
Okay.
The best practice is to keep a mileage log. If in support of your claim, if you have to make a claim, you need to keep a mileage log. So the date of travel, from where you started your journey and where your journey ended, the purpose of the travel. Perhaps you might want to indicate which clients that you went to see, and also the mileage covered between the distance. So you need to have a record to make this claim. Some people also sometimes travel either by motorcycles or bicycles. So for motorcycles, the 55p per mile and 25p over 10,000 miles only applies to cars and vans. For those who would usually travel, let's say by a motorcycle, you are looking at 24p per mile, and yes, all the way through. If you have to travel by bicycle, you can still make a claim, and that is 20p per mile as well.
Interesting. Go on, sir.
Yeah. So, for example, if in the whole year, if you have made business travel miles of, let's say, about £2,000, then you are looking at an allowable expense claim of about £1,100. So if you are a basic rate taxpayer, if you're a 20% taxpayer, you're probably saving yourself roughly about £210 in cash. If you are a 40% rate taxpayer, then you're looking at maybe somewhere around the £425 also. So that is real cash that people can claim that they are not aware of. And also to note that these claims, you can carry back your claims up to the last 4 years. So if you have any of these that you haven't made a claim, if you make a claim, you're looking at quite a few pounds in your hands over 4 years.
Mr. Tabiri, the complexity of doing all this thing, trying to, because you're talking about putting receipts and logging that, okay, I travel from point A, my office to Mr. So-and-so or company so-and-so and all those bits and all. That doesn't make it so complex that people think that, you know what, I don't want any troubles.
Yeah, true. But if you, so it depends. If you make a lot of business mileage travel, then it's worth actually doing something to reclaim it. If you are not being reimbursed. And also these days there are a lot of apps which help make it easier to compile these records as well. There are apps that can assist you track your mileage and do the calculations for you. Technology is bridging that gap. So I would say yes, definitely people should consider making claims because it's quite significant.
Yeah. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. At 10 minutes to the top of the hour, but we have our money man still with us, and we are looking at how to claim tax relief on job expenses. He's trying to enumerate a few of them to you, and I will hope that you are listening in very well, because as the that slogan says for the Tesco, every little helps, and this time around, every little. I went to buy fuel yesterday, and the difference between one filling station and the other one was 6p. I said, why not? Why not? So every little, 6p per liter, of course. Every little counts, and I hope that you are listening to us this morning. If you have any questions, feel free to post it on the platform that we are broadcasting on, or you can call in and we'll be able to address it for you. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so other people also have things like professional subscriptions and fees. So they belong to other professional bodies. These should be HMRC recognized or approved professional bodies. Things like trade unions, things like General Medical Council, Nurses Association, those things. So if you belong to any membership where you pay subscriptions to, you should be able to claim back the cost of these subscriptions as a job-related expense. You need to keep the membership invoices and receipts and proofs of payments that you've made, and you should be able to claim accordingly. Then also, if you travel, overnight travel and subsistence. So if you travel outside of your home and you have to stay over for work, you are able to claim the cost of your hotel or bread and breakfast costs, plus any reasonable meals, that you have whilst on your travel. So it must wholly be business travel. So you can't take your family along and try to have family time whilst you are also on business and claim. You can't do that. Also, working from home is another expense which you can claim these days. Since COVID, a lot of people have been working from home. Employers have allowed flexible working arrangements, and sometimes people have to do a few days at home and some days in the office. Some also, since COVID, have completely worked from home throughout. There are two methods of making a claim. So HMRC provides you with a flat rate method where what you can claim is £6 per week. No receipts required, no questions will be asked. If you work from home, you are entitled to claim £6 per week. The equivalent over the year is about £312 a year. And again, this is an expense which you can set up. It might not look much, but if you multiply it by 4, you're looking at £1,200.
So that's six. Sorry for interjecting. That's £6 per week. How many days would I have worked from home to be able to qualify for that £6 per week?
So it doesn't matter, even if you work from home even one day a year.
Okay. That's an interesting one.
Even if you work from home one day in the year, you are entitled to that £6 per week, £312.
Okay.
With no questions asked. If you want to claim more, if you believe that you are incurring more costs by working from home, your heating bills, your internet costs, you have some extra costs, you have a dedicated space that you use as an office that you want to claim, then you need to do some requires more calculations and evidence to justify a claim. So, for example, if you have a 4-bedroom house and you're using one of your rooms as office, you need to justify the expense. So, for example, HMRC will be looking at what would the house, for example, the rental cost.
Okay.
If someone was to rent that same house in the same area, how much per month, for example, would that cost? And since you have 4 bedrooms, a simple calculation would be to split it into 4. So you can that rent. So let's say if the rent for a month is about £1,000, which means you're using one room in that house. Perhaps you could claim £250 a month for use of your home. So if you want to claim more than the £6 allowance, then you need a little bit more work behind to justify in case you have an inquiry.
Okay.
Go
on, say. Go on.
Yeah. So the flat rate scheme we said is £312, but you can claim some more. HMRC sets fixed allowances for some occupations. Often these are uniform related. So, for example, if you are a nurse, you wear a particular uniform. If you are a policeman, you wear a particular uniform, which needs to be laundered, which needs to be cleaned. So HMRC offers fixed allowance for some occupations. So depending on your occupation, it could be something like £100 to £200 a year. Again, this is something that people are not looking at or claiming. It might, be significant enough each year, saving you maybe at least £50 here and there. So that's that. In terms of uniforms and clothing, I've had so many times where people have asked, I buy suits because I need to look smart for my work.
Yeah.
Can I claim it from HMRC? In respect of clothing, if you're buying any clothing for work, it has to be what meets the standards of what we call a uniform. Which means a uniform typically has a branding on it. So if you have a suit for work,
to be able to claim that UK or GIL accountancy services on it.
Correct. That suit would have to be branded. Because that suit should only be used for the purposes of your work. And not we cannot claim everyday clothing or non-uniform or any cost that have already been reimbursed by your employer.
Interesting.
So let's look at how you make a claim. So if your total allowable expenses are under £2,500 for the tax year, HMRC have provided a form which is called P87, which can be completed either online or printed off and put in the post, and HMRC would process this. If your claim is £2,500 or more, then you need to prepare a self-assessment to make your claim. And HMRC would typically give tax relief by adjusting your tax code or issue a repayment. So if you've made several years claims, then they are likely to issue you a check payment in the post to cover the years that you have not claimed. But going forward, they would adjust your tax code to take into account some of these reliefs that you're claiming, which would mean that there will be a reduction in your tax. And as we've already said, you can claim up to 4 previous tax years. So the sooner you can make your claim, the better, the sooner your benefit begins to reach you. So as we've mentioned, you need to keep some records. So you need mileage records, you need to keep receipts and invoices, subscription registrations and confirmations. If you made overnight stays, then you're looking at things like booking confirmation or booking receipts. evidence that you were required to work from home, any employer policy, email or contract where possible, any reinvestment statement from your employer to show that you haven't already been reimbursed for the claims. HMRC will be looking at those things.
Okay.
So that's a quick roundup of really some of these expenses, which we all go through from time to time, because sometimes we think, oh, it's only a little bit and it doesn't matter, but if they do add up and amount to a significant amount of money, and it's important that people are aware of this, and if they want to claim, how to claim.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, can you just imagine getting a bit from here, a bit from there, and a bit from there, putting them up? It's under 2,000. I mean, at the end of the year, you have that. Boy, you got some big money, yeah? So it's very important. But interestingly, we have people who are listening to us. Well, at times when it comes to figures and all those things, they just go confused straight. Remember, you start mentioning figures, they have all the information that you're giving, but the figures come in and they just think, no, I can't do it. I don't. What did they do? GIL Accountancy Services, please tell us more, sir.
Definitely. I mean, that's why we are here to help you. By all means, come to us, speak to us. We do our best to advise you. We do our best to assist you to make a claim. Look at your records, take all your records, look at your eligibility, and go assist you to make the claim to HMRC. So if you need any support, anything relating to accounting or tax, of any financial issues, you want to talk to someone, or you want someone to signpost you, we are there to speak to you. Reach out to us. My telephone number is 079-6124-8834. 079-6124-8834. And I'll do my best. If it's something that we cannot deal with, we can signpost you. There are various things, problems, issues that people come to us. And even though it may not be within our purview to do it, we work with people in our networks that can provide a solution. So we act like a one-stop shop solution provider. So speak to us. Doesn't matter what the issue is, and we'll try and help you as best as we can.
So let me say thank you very much for tuning in and all your accounting issues, listening to us. That has been Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Who brought us the money hour this
most welcome.
afternoon. So wherever you are, once again, I say thank you for tuning in. My apologies for the noise in the background as well. But we're bringing the program to a close for today. As I did say, it was a pre-recorded version of what we discussed last week, and we wanted to still share that with you. Because our money man, as I did say earlier on, is quite a busy man, and when he's on the beat, boy, okay. But he told me, can we share what we listen to? And that's what I've done. Mr. Tabiri, let me say thank you very, very much once again. But for all your accounting issues, you know where to go to. GIL Accountancy Services, and they will see to address that for you. So now, this is why I bring the program to a close for today. It's going to be a hot one over the weekend, and I hope that you are prepared for it. But wherever you are this morning, thank you very much. It's been me, your one and only Archie, and I say thanks once again. We take this commercial break. When it ends and you don't hear from me, it's been me, Archie, once again saying I'm out like that. Stay blessed. Bye.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Thanks for listening.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening.